You know, I thought that was kind of interesting reading this about the tracking people who has the coronavirus. And I saw this article this morning, I didn't click into it, how the Hong Kong government, China, scrambled to fix a glitch in the quarantine wristbands after only a third of tracking devices worked. I thought I read this morning there was like 6,000 of them that they were trying them out on. And the chief information officer apologizes and said their staff will work out the kinks in the system, with authorities later saying that all users have received the messages. So they got to wear a wristband to be tracked. Okay, so now we got the tracking system taking place here in China. It took hours. They're activated. They're tracked. Yeah, here we go. They admitted only 2,000 of the 6,000 digital bracelets given to users could work. So yeah, look at that. They're part of the fight against the pandemic, since quarantine measures were extended to cover all travelers from overseas. Look at that. Now they can track. It's kind of like the Fitbit that people wear that tracks everything. You know, now they got a bracelet with, I'm sure it's got the personal identification numbers on it. Yeah, let's look at that. Okay, let's watch this together. So many of them have recently traveled overseas, including to Europe and the US. So they're getting a bracelet on them. Students returning from Hong Kong or to Hong Kong. Immigration arrivals have to undergo self-quarantine. Wear a quarantine tracking bracelet. That's interesting. An app which tracks the traveler's actions. They didn't receive the SMS message. We're sorry because the workflow had to be implemented within a very short period of time. "48 new infections, 36 imported, 250 coronavirus cases." Man, that airport is empty. So we saw that. So let's escape. We don't need to look at that video anymore, but isn't that not interesting? So they've got the tracking. I'm sure before long they'll put it on every citizen they have to track them. It would be a reason to track the people. You know, we got this virus and we really need to track everywhere you go so we can, you know, yeah. But I thought that was interesting to share. And there was also something else that I saw about Israel. Oh, look at that. Trying to decode it. Isn't that neat? Yeah, so let me pause this video. So let's look at this from the Times of Israel. Israel starts surveilling virus carriers and sends 400 who were nearby to isolation. As controversial tracking starts, people who were in close contact with those confirmed to have the COVID-19 are informed by a text message they must home quarantine. Yeah, this is getting pretty serious, and it's getting pretty, I don't really know what to think about this. The health ministry announced Wednesday it has begun using mass surveillance tools to retrace the movements of coronavirus carriers and have already informed 400 people in contact with them they must enter quarantine. The electronic tracking program, which is being conducted by the Shinbit security service for the ministry, has faced harsh criticism, including members of the government, and its legality is currently being challenged in the High Court of Justice. Tracking people. Yeah, that's quite interesting, and I'm not going to say no more about this article right here, so I'm just going to end this video, is what I'm going to do. Now here is an article, and here's the headline. Phones could track the spread of COVID-19. Is it a good idea? China and South Korea use the smartphone apps to monitor people, but Americans have different views of privacy and data collection. Of course we do, in some countries you don't have a choice, and I know right here in the country that we live in, they know anything and everything about us. We have smart TVs, smart refrigerators, smart appliances, smart everything. We got these wristbands, these telephones. They track our every move. There's nothing that goes on that they don't know about. I really do believe that. Of course, those who are privy to all that type of information, but if they can track you on your cell phone, of course, you have that privacy thing on there. You turn off privacy, and then it turns on your location services. So they want to launch it because, the scientists at Cambridge, they developed an app called the flu phone, and that used Bluetooth. And if you had lunch with someone who later got sick, the flu phone will let you know. And they think it's wonderful. But only fewer than 1% of the people in Cambridge signed up to use it. They think that might be good. I don't know about that. I really don't. I have my own ideas, so I'm just going to pause that one. Okay, and we have Bill Gates. He's calling for a national tracking system for the coronavirus during the Reddit AMA. This is like a couple days ago. And he said he didn't step down from the board because of the epidemic, but it does help him now to focus on it and, help with this epidemic. Now he wants a tracking system, but I just want to know, who's he going to track? Is he going to track the people on their phones too? Or are we going to get bracelets? Or is he going to want us to have a chip? Or is it just going to be a big database of all the people who had the coronavirus? How are you going to track those people who are carriers but yet don't have it? There's got to be a way to do that, and the only way is if they're they got this bracelet, or you do it on their phone or something, or a chip. I don't know what's gonna happen with all of this. I really don't. There is no telling. Oh my gosh, it gets crazier by the minute. I don't want to get chipped. I know we have our pets chipped, but do we have to have humans chipped? Just like we have cattle that are chipped? I don't know. I really don't. But I know it's going to move up to it. It is. They're going to track us. Well, they track us right now. When you leave your location services on your phone, you're getting tracked. I always turn my privacy thing to off. I don't turn it on, the location services, because it runs my battery down. It really does. And I don't want people knowing everything I'm doing. I think let people know quite a bit about me as it is. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you stay safe is what I hope. And just keep praying for others, and we'll keep praying for you, and we'll just send positive thoughts up there in the spiritual realm, and hopefully they'll make their way to everyone who needs it. And your prayers also, they'll make it to wherever they need to make it. So thank you once again, and just remember, we're not alone. We are not alone.